Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful shawl. I put it on the mannequin like a scarf or a neck warmer. I just fold them and this is the beautiful border. And here we have the tip. So I wrap it around and then the ends I tuck them in under the front and they look amazing. And I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see that video in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. Then you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. And at the end of each video, I leave a playlist with all my English tutorials. To make this shawl, this is the yarn I'm going to use. The three of them are from Loops and Thread Impeccable. Medium 4, 100% acrylic. The only difference is that these ones are 100 grams each, and this one 127, and the color. This one is a purple impression barge, and this one is teal. The netting needle, I'm going to start with this 8mm short cable. And then as I increase my stitches, I will change to these longer ones. It will easier for more stitches, but they are both 8mm. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissors. I made this test piece and I love it. And the color of this one that I use is Pixie Bloom Barge. I have the pinks and greens and this one is Soft Fern. This one I used before, that's why it's a little, because I hardly used any in this one. And this is what I have left at the second ball. So I did a thinnest one, 2 row stripe in here and in here, and then I did the fantasy stitch in the border like that. Continue with the increase and with the fantasy stitch. For this one that I have here, I did the little stripe after 14 of this line that create the 2 row of purl. So for the one that I'm gonna make, I will do it after 8 of this line. That will be 16 row. Every 16 row I will do one stripe like that to add a little more of that color and then the border. So it's very easy to do. We're gonna start from here and then increase on each side and every single row. That's what I did for this one. That way it's not that huge, because if I increase every other row, it will be more pointy, more not as long as this one, you see. And I want it to go around like this. I'm going to start with a slip knot. And that counts as the first stitch of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to secure my work here with a knot. And I'm gonna do mine with purl stitches. You can do yours with all net, but for mine it will be all purl. So I'm gonna purl these 4. And right away in this row I'm gonna start with my increases. The first increase will be this stitch from the bottom. You place it back into your needle, and you have to make sure that your yarn is in front of your needle when you pass it through the first stitch. And you're gonna purl that one, and then you're gonna purl 1, 2, and 3. And the last stitch we're gonna do the increase. You're gonna grab the back strand and bring it to the front like that, you purl that one, and you leave the stitch in here and come to the front strand and do another purl. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. Turn your work, and we're going to do an increase in this row. So we're going to increase in every single row. You're going to bring this stitch from the bottom up. That will be always in the beginning like that. And then you place your needle in here, you see, with the yarn in front of the needle. And you're going to purl that one. And purl the next one. And you're going to purl until you have one left. And then in the last one, you grab the back strand and you pass your needle, you purl that one and come to the front and purl in here. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches already. You see how fast you're increasing. Again, you bring this one in here, and then you purl that one. Every single one until you have one left. You don't have to count the stitches until you're ready to change the color for the big stripe of the other color. So again, you come to the back in here, and this is the right side of the piece. You see the tail is in to your right, and you're going to count. You see I have 1 and 2 of these. It's like a little cord that you create the design. When I have 8 of these, I will I will change color to do one stripe of these, and then continue. When I have 8 more, I will do another one of those, and so on. That's what I did in here. And you see, this is the wrong side of the piece. You don't see the stripe. That's when I did the change of color in the wrong side, and then you will see the stitch in the right side. Okay, so if you don't want to do this in here, you continue working like I show you, doing the increase until you have 160 stitches on your needle, and then when you have 160, we'll do the lace or fantasy stitch in the top that is multiple of 2. This one in here. So I will continue working with this one until I have 8 of these. And again, the increase. Bring it up. You do 1 increase, another one stitch, and continue until you have 1 left. That one that I did, I start in the evening around, I don't know, 8 o'clock, and I finish the next day. Pretty much in a day and a bit. You can give yourself 2 days if you work on it. You only have to make sure that you do the increase in the last stitch, otherwise you will have to undo your work. And like that you're going to continue. I will meet you here when I have 8 of these. It's time for me to change color, so I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8 is in here. See, I finished and with the right side, and then I turn my work, and this is the wrong side of the piece. You see the tail is to the left, and I'm gonna change color, but first I'm gonna bring the stitch up for the increase, and then I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna leave that jar in there. I'm not gonna cut it because I'm gonna continue working with that one after. So I'm gonna come here, and you're gonna continue purl all the way to the end. And the row that I finished, I had 32 stitches. Now with this one I'll have 34. So you're gonna continue all the way to the end with this color, and now you can tie a knot, and here with these two. So now we're gonna do the next row, and you're going to stitch up for the increase, and you're gonna continue purling with this color all the way to the end of this row. If you like, you can do one more row this way and one back, so 2 more rows. And the important thing that you finish in the same side that you did the change of color. But I will leave mine like that, just with that stripe. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna bring this one up. And I'm gonna cut this one because it will be a while before I use it again. And I'm gonna grab the main color, and I'm gonna continue with this one. Push these two together to secure them there. And you're going to continue with this one until the end, and then you're going to start counting again when you have 8 of those has like core. I will do another change of color. So every 16 row. If you want, you can count every 16 row after this one. And it will look like this, really nice. You see, like that will be the little stripe. And this side, this is the right side, and this is the wrong side. You see, you don't see the stripe in here, but you would like to do 2 rows of a stripe, you can do 1 and 2, so it'll be a little bit wider, but I like just a little hint of color. So now I will start again, and when I have 8 of these, I will do another stripe, and I will show you again how to do it and the progress on my work. And so far I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 36 33 34 35 36 37 38 stitches already on my needle. And that's why later on I will have to change the size of the cable, because from 38 stitches to 160 is a lot of stitches in the cable needle. So I'm going to continue working, and I'll meet you here when I'm ready to change color one more time. It's time to change color one more time, again. And I have here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and 8 is there. And I'm in the same side that I did the color change before, so we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna bring the stitch up. Let me find it. There we go. And then you're going to continue working with this color until the end, and you'll come back with this color and then change to the main color, and then continue working until you do that again. So I'll be doing this until I have 160 stitches on my needle or more. Depend on the length that you want, the size of your piece, before you start working with the solid color and doing the lacy part. I finished that row, and again I'm gonna bring this stitch up for the increase, and I'm gonna work till the end of this row, and then I will cut the yarn, change to the main color, and work those rows that I need to do until I change again to this color, and so on. And then I'll be working until I have like 160 or more stitches on my needle, depend on the size that you want this part. You see, this main color until here, and then after that I will meet you here to work and the lace part or open work stitch. Here I have my 160 stitches, but this stripe of the teal color is a little bit too close to do the teal border with the lace. So what I'm gonna do is do a few more rows, a few more increases, and then I will work with the teal. Don't matter if you have extra stitches more than 160, the important thing they're a multiple of 2. And I love this color combination. I'm ready to change color, and in here I have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 with this one. That's enough. I have 168 stitches on my needle, and now we're going to change color and work with a lace stitch. With the new yarn we're going to start working our lace stitch. So we don't gonna do the increase anymore like we doing the increase, bringing that strand up. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna purl the first one with a new yarn. And I'm gonna do a knot in here with these two tails. Now I can cut this one and finish with that one. Now all the work that is left is with the silk. Difficult to do a knot with one hand. I'm gonna let go of that for a sec. There. So now you're gonna do the increase doing a yarn over and one purl. Always in each row, in the beginning and at the end, you're gonna do this for the increase, that yarn over. And now we're gonna start the lace pattern, and it's yarn over and two together. Yarn over and two together. Yarn over and two together. Yarn over and two together, and you're going to continue with the yarn over and two together all the way until you have 2 stitches left. That you're going to do 1 purl, 1 yarn over, and 1 purl. That will be the increase at the beginning and at the end of each row. Almost finished this row. I'm gonna do yarn over, two together. Now I have to do 1 purl, yarn over, and 1 purl, and like that you finish the first row exactly like you start the first one. Now you're gonna do the same repetition. You're gonna do 1 purl, yarn over, 1 purl. Now yarn over, two together, yarn over, two together, yarn over, two together is the yarn over from the row before, and the pearl that you did the two together, and it's creating the nice design. Yarn over, two together, and you're going to continue like this, and you're going to finish with a purl, yarn over, and 1 purl, exactly like the beginning of the row. And then I work here for 8 rows plus the row of casting off. So if you want this wider, you can work wider. I may work this one a little bit wider, a couple of rows wider than this one. So that's what you're gonna do in here. So it's very easy. Yarn over and two together in a purl stitch. Is the yarn over from the row before and this one in here. I'm gonna finish my second row, yarn over, two together in a purl stitch, and then one purl, yarn over, and one purl. You're gonna turn your work around, and you're gonna do again the same repetition. One purl, yarn over, one purl, yarn over, and two together, and a purl stitch, yarn over, and two together in a purl stitch. And this is the third row. And you see when I do my yarn over that I'm gonna do the two together, the yarn over from the row before is in the front, and the purl from the two together is behind. So you're gonna grab those two. And like that, you're going to continue until you have your desired length. Always finishing the same way that you start with, you will have two stitches left, and then you'll do one purl, yarn over, one purl, always. And is after you do the two together. You'll have two left, you don't do a yarn over in between those two. So yarn over, two together. So I'm gonna work off camera and I will let you know how many rows I will give to mine. I'm gonna finish the third row, yarn over, two together, and in here you don't do a yarn over because you'll be increasing another stitch. So you do one purl, yarn over, and one purl. And then you turn over your work around and you will do your repetition over and over until you have the desired length. Because if you do that extra yarn over in between the two together and the purl, you will be increasing two stitches instead of one. I did my 10 rows, and look how nice I look. And now I'm gonna do the stretchy bind off. That way it's nice and stretchy, and the lace here. This one I did a regular bind off, and it's not as stretchy, you see. So what we're gonna do is very easy. We've been working a purl row, so a stitch we're gonna bind off with the purl stitch. So you're gonna purl the first one, and you're gonna purl the next one, that is the yarn over. Now with the left hand needle, you're gonna pass it through the back of those two. Here in the back, just a little more. There, just a second. And the back of those two. And now you're going to purl those two together. And you see, you bind off one. Again, you're going to purl the next one. And you're going to get the left hand needle and pass it through the back of those two. And you're going to purl those two together. So again, you're going to purl the next one. You go to the back of those two with the left hand needle. And you're going to purl those two together, and you see it's nice and stretchy, and it look like part of the stitch. Look really nice. So again, one more time, you're going to purl the next one, and the next one is a yarn over. Now you're going to at the back of those two, gonna purl those two together, and like that you're gonna continue all the way until the end of this row. Once you finish, you're gonna lose all your tails, and it's perfect. You know, the cast off stretch exactly the same as the stitch, and it looks really, really nice. So I'm gonna lose all the tails. I have quite a few to lose, and this one here was where I changed the ball of yarn. I changed color. Oh, color now I changed because I finished one and I started the next one. So just from there to here was what I did with the second ball of yarn. And I love this color combination. So I'm gonna finish sewing those ends. This is the leftover yarn. Remember, this is the second from the second ball, and this one is just the ones that I use for the accent color, and it's enough here to make a hat. This is the first one that I made with the fern accent color. So I cross it in the back, and this is the tip, and I tuck in the ends in each side, and it'll look really nice. You can put it on any way you like. Now I'm going to show you the one. This is another way that you can put it on. I just flip it over, and this is the border stitch, the lace, and here, and this is the tip. And then I just cross it in the back and tuck in the ends in here, and look really nice as well, like that. So this is the other one, and I love the combination of color at this one. And since this one I cast it off with the stretchy cast off or bind off, it's more loose than the other one that you see. You can do different stuff in here if you like with this one. But I love these shawls. This is another way that you can put it on. So I just put it on like a regular shawl, like that, and cross it on the front. To the back, and this is the other end in the front, and they look amazing. They are really trendy. You can do it for the winter time, or you can do a summer shawl, like just lace, and they are really on a style. So I love the combination of this one. They look amazing. It is a different way that I put it on. This is the tip in here, and I just fold the border out, and then the front part I cross it to the back, and this one is the back to the front, and it looks really nice. Very trendy, very warm. This is another way, just the other side around. This is the tip on this side, and then the bottom part in here, and then the front I just flip it to the back, and this is the border of the lace part. And here is like a regular shawl. This is another way that I put it on. This is at the border here and the bottom part, and you see this is the tip. I fold it to the front, and then the ends I brought them in. You can put it on like that, or you can tuck in the tips underneath here, and it look amazing. This with a jacket, it will look gorgeous. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love this shawl, and I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful design or any of my design and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Knit Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Knit Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.